Hello everyone, welcome back to Fibleheim and Age of Wonders 4. The Shattered Aspect Deathwing, the World Breaker, claims his Cataclysmic Victory today. But the end of one series is the beginning of another. And I have 3 meme-tastic choices for you to select from in the pinned comment and the description if you are interested. Now, this order is kind of from most stable to least stable, and that, I wouldn't say easiest to hardest, but you get the point. We're starting off with a bit of an anomalous Archfey character, the Raven Queen. She's not a true Archfey from Dungeons & Dragons. She is more of a deity, but her people, the Shadar Kai, were old elves, and she ascended to the rank of a deity in an attempt to prevent the splintering of the Seldarian Pantheon, which she failed to do. But she did prevent Lolth from claiming dominion over fate, so, she did something right. She will be a dark culture with the death subculture, because her people, the Shadar Kai, are kind of like trapped in the Shadowfell, and their souls all kind of go back to her, and she like reconstitutes them and stuff. So I felt it was really perfect. And the whole focus of this playthrough would be very dark Fey coded. There's been a lot of talk on the community about an Archfey ruler type, but the devs aren't really sure how to make that happen. Maybe one day we'll have it, but this will be my best attempt at creating it. Until then, the big draw for this one is I'm going to try Astrological Divination because she has domain over death, winter, and fate. So I feel like if we're ever going to try that society trait, now's the time. Next up is a bit of a meme character that's been requested. One we've seen before as an enemy, but it's time to play, possibly, as myself. And that is none other than Ickit Claw, the smartest, brainiest Skaven in all of Skaven Blight. And kind of the challenge here is that it would be as a Reaver. Reavers aren't in a particularly great spot right now, and reworks are planned for them. We just don't know when it will happen. I think of the original cultures, just High culture is left to rework, right? I think so. So I wouldn't be surprised if High is the next rework. There is one coming with Secrets of the Archmage, so it could be Reavers, could be High. We'll see. But aside from playing Reavers, this will be very focused on constructs and Warpstone, because the lore of Ruin is all about like green lightning stuff. So we have a lot of tricks since the last time we played Reavers, but I think they're still in a rough spot, and I'll try and make something magical happen. This playthrough, the big allure, I guess, would be I'm trying out a new mod called the Armory of Wonders, which adds like a hybrid magical weapon that I think would be a lot of fun. And last but not least, the meme-tastical of them all, let me solo her. I tried to make this originally as like the will of heaven, benevolent tyrant sort of thing, because this is going to be an oath-sworn righteousness. Righteousness oath-sworn with the ascetic transformation. So the idea is there are these like magicless, less magical humans that have reached out into the ether, and Let Me Solo Her from Elden Ring has arrived to guide them to glory without the reliance of a bunch of magic. We'll see how that works. I do know the Oathsworn are in a really good spot right now. They're quite a strong culture, so I figured trying to line that up with the bonuses of Ascetic Transformation would work out pretty well for me. And it'd be meme-tastic. What's not to love? So those are your choices. Again, you can leave it, vote in the description down below or the pinned comments, or you can just, leave me a comment thinking about what you think of the next potential series. All of those will be in like a grand arena, and they'll all have their own little focus, but Future Fate will come up with the details later. I can't be bothered right now, because I am focused on winning. There are 4 opponents left, but my goal is to eliminate Kalecgos, the aspect of the Blue Dragons who dared stand against me, and Blint, who is Blint. That's it. Since Oros has initiated Expansion Victory, I highly doubt that the others will get in my way. They're going to ask me every turn for peace, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. We'll just have to find Kalecgos and bonk him before the end. That's the plan. So we actually have 3 stacks right now. I guess 2.5. And Deathwing's going to be doing most of the heavy lifting. We're very close to the heart, the Chamber of the Heart. And of course, we're on Nexus's doorstep. I just have to go find Kalecgos wherever he might be. I think he's over here. Once we destroy the Nexus, it will reveal his location, of course. Ragnaros has been felled, so we'll be resurrecting him as soon as possible. But for now, Tim is just going to kind of be an ancillary stack, roaming around, preventing people from getting in my way. And then we have a home base stack, which is where Ragnaros will be resurrected. And we'll see what we can see. Could be fun. Well, should be fun. But I don't think it will be that difficult. And of course, I'll cut out the end turn times between, after this one. I was just yapping for this one. So if you enjoyed the series as it comes to its glorious conclusion, feel free to like the video, or whatever. Hello. Goodbye. We should be able to resurrect Raggy Boy. Welcome back. Oh, buddy, old pal. Where am I? Here we are. So Rag is back. We have a champion here as well. These aren't the greatest stacks, but they're not the worst stacks. Okay. And we will, of course, create the Flame Incarnation. Maybe I will actually get what I'm looking for. Nope. How can I whiff 3 times in a row? I don't know. Surely I can't keep getting away with it. Do I try again? I could divert the winds here. But I don't really care. Alright, I don't know where Kalecgos is, but we're going in to destroy a city. I might just auto this because we fought over this previously. And Kalecgos is dead, so we'll just bibbity bonk this and move on with our lives. I would like to bring the full dragon stack to the end. The final battle. I think we have plenty of time to think about that. But my concern is that 2 of these are magical origin. So they might just die. Where are you? Okay, he's down here. That's good. We're heading down this way anyway. To a bibbidi bonk. I don't remember if we have to stand on this. What's happening? Oh, this isn't my territory. That's fine. Cool. Kalecgos has lost their throne city indeed. And we're going to hunt him down here, unless, assuming he doesn't die. But he probably made peace with Blints. Well, not yet. No, he did. This is Blint. Okay. Hello, Tim. Tim, buddy, old pal. I don't know what you want to do, buddy. Go this way, I guess. Maybe I should summon a unit down there. Meteor projectiles is in. We are casting it right now. I don't even know what we need, to be honest. We don't need a lot. Maybe I'll finally build this. I remember when Crucible Battlements, its first rework, they made it so that units spawned from there had bonus range damage or something, and it was absolutely mental. Yeah, they're going to ask me every turn for peace, but there is no mercy. I am Deathwing. There is only death. See? Told you. Defensive pact broken between Blint and Oros. Ah, of course. Wars ended. Yes, yes, yes. A new rally has begun. Great, I don't care. A question of heritage. She was an explorer, Oh, no. She wants to become an explorer. I gotta be honest, none of this matters, but Glory Seeker's okay. It's not the worst I've ever seen. We have already slain Kalecgos' unique custom hero, so I'm none too bothered. Can I go anywhere? Do anything? Not really. It might be worth it just have them defend. Of course, as Chosen Destroyers, our only city is Maelstrom, so we don't want to lose that. I think we'll just stay focused on Deathwing's activities, and the others can just kind of faff about. Sounds good to me. Alrighty. Looks like Kalecgos is fleeing for the hills. Maybe we should have Tim chase him down. Can't really be bothered. Oh, hey, it's Blint. What's up, bud? We have met Blint's unique character as well. What are you up to? Very nice. A warrior that actually has a shock weapon. Very cool. I don't think... Oh, no, this is your city. I'm like, are you really fighting Oros? No, he's not. Meteor projectiles is in. We're going to use it to do the good stuff, I guess. Do more damage, do good things. So how would I get to Kalecgos from here? Oh, we're pretty far away. We're all pretty far away. They did fix Conqueror's Edict, so that's something worth considering. For future playthroughs. I wish they didn't, but it is what it is. It had to be fixed. It was kind of crunk. Insert Rebellion's not bad. Not bad at all. I will be very happy to have, I guess we'll try this again. I'll be quite happy to have these limitless independent turns behind me. Hey, Martial Ancestry. And Knowledge Extraction. We'll grab Knowledge Extraction for knowledge per hero defeated in combat. And the Martial Ancestry reduces our base unit upkeep by 10% per rank that unit has. So we should actually make quite a lot of money here. We did. They're just going to ask for peace every turn, and I'm going to say no. Because there is only death. I am the aspect of death, after all. War between Oros and Blinty Boy. Defensive pact between Blinty Boy and Kalecgos. I have a province being pillaged, which is weird. I wouldn't say I have a province being pillaged. I would say that province is just fine. I guess we're going to let the resonance field blow up. That's okay. We're chilling. Kalecgos is trying really hard. I don't want to go too far until the Cataclysm pops, so I can just bonk this and move on with our lives. Oh no, we captured some people. Kalecgos is being converted to our side because I think that's funny. I don't know if we'll do anything with it, but, you know. It's there. Your domain has been invaded. I believe we've met... Oh, we haven't met Garrosh's unique character. He's probably long dead. Some more work for future Fabe. Oh. This is just a free city, so I'm not too bothered by this. I'm assuming Tim has this under control. I think. I hope. Indeed he does. We even got a new unit that we can slap into this 5-stack. See, I wish every city would come out and attack me so I could just raise them all instantly. Not gonna lie, I am really going to miss having an instant raise. I don't get that very often. I mean, I guess we can do some precautionary action here. Tim can start heading towards the beacons just in case. I don't know. Now, you would think that my priority is killing Blint, as it always is. But that's actually not quite true. My priority is killing Kalecgos. And the question is, can I do it without invoking exhaustion? Probably because he has to come off the mountain. And the mountain is heavy, is pretty difficult terrain to move through. But I think I'm going to take the exhaustion here on Blackhorn. I believe in him. You know? Because I don't want him running. My friends, the end of the blue dragon flight is at hand. We will let Mr. Blackhorn chill here. I really wanted to... Well, I was really torn for the Oathsworn option. I mentioned it a little bit already, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, wouldn't Strife make more sense for this? But the Strife playthrough wouldn't be that... have a lot of similarities to this playthrough. And usually I try to keep things different, you know? Okay. So if Let Me Solo Her wins, hopefully the campaign will be quite a bit different than this one. I don't know how memey people are feeling. Maybe they're feeling quite memey. Maybe they don't want the memes. I mean, most of my playthroughs are meme-tastic. Let's all be honest for a second. I'm here for the vibes more than anything. But, okay, we'll just be a little chill here. Okay, a little bit of zippity-zap. Powerful evokers. You shouldn't have gone Chaos Breath. Like, Astral would have made sense for you. Frozen would have kind of made sense for you. But Chaos? Ugh. Gross. Wow. I'm flabbergasted that went so well. Oh, you can just go through things. Okay. Alright, here we go. Is ready to have a good time. With Demonic Onslaughts. In a random positive saves effects. Okay. Whoa, that does no damage. What? Huh. Huh. Precog. That's a nice flank. But it's not a kill. I appreciate being immune to, burning. Oh, by the way, in case you were curious why sometimes when I make... sometimes when I take a turn, I won't be able to undo the turn. It's because with the Scion of Flame, every time a cultural unit moves, it puts the ground on fire, and terrain altering is a big no-no. Please don't miss at a 7% chance. Great, thank you. Bye, Kalecgos. See you later. I'm looking for the line. Wow, I'm actually shocked that's not a kill. Kind of flabbergasted, you know? Oop. Good old precog. Wait, I can't... What? There's no corpse. I guess we'll pop this button. Well, that was pretty easy. Now the question is just how do I do the rest of this? And I'm not sure. How do I do the rest of this? Help out our friend here. Oh, claim momentum. Nice. I don't think we want to go in. Even though, you know, it's not that big of a deal, we don't want to be whatever. It's fine. Oh. Oh. You also precogged. Wow. I don't see a great opportunity for my breath, so we'll just go in defense mode here. Get this thing all tied up. Move on with our lives, you know? Alright. Well, that wasn't a very challenging fight, but I didn't think it was going to be. We're pretty much, like, good to go, you know? Our build's done. We're here to fight. I did a lot of thinking for the aesthetic transformations option. I think it's going to work quite well with the Oathsworn of Righteousness, which, by the way, is also the only one I haven't played. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it. But, I think it'll do well. But one way we could play it, it's kind of fantastic because I think there are two good approaches to aesthetic transformation. One is to approach it by not focusing on it. Like doing a beast build, or a dragon build, or a magic origin build. Your units are just there, your culture units will be just there as like a supplementary force, you know? So it doesn't matter if they can't have any enchantments or transformations. I, of course, am going to play it all in, where I'm going to keep my culture units as my main focus, but they just won't have any transformations or anything like that. It's definitely going to be a very different playthrough. Now, is that good? Will it be very different for better or for worse? I don't know. Double kill. Oh, look at that damage. We can go right here. Nice. Boom. Another thing I very heavily considered was doing it with like a Dragon Lord. Like there are some great suggestions that have like Susanoo and Ao Shuang. I think Amaterasu is also sometimes depicted as a dragon. But we, you know, this is a dragon playthrough. And I try to keep things different. But that would definitely help. Dragon Lords are very strong. You definitely put your weight on the Dragon Lord and then just have your, again, supplementary cultural forces. GG, Kalecgos. GG. Blightbringer. You have crumbled the last defenses of Kalecgos the Spell Weaver, and cast him into the astral void, banishing him from this realm. Whatever schemes Kalecgos the Spell Weaver had in the works, none of them shall come to fruition. The last of his misguided troops flee to hide in the hills and woods. His blue dragonflight, their spirits crushed by their false idol's yoke, now find themselves at your mercy. O glorious shattered aspect. Whatever the future holds, Kalecgos the Spellweaver is a thorn in your side no more. How will you commemorate this extraordinary victory? More Imperium, of course. Alright. So we're exhausted for 2 turns. Kind of sucks. Honestly, I should have just gone for this. If I was going to do it, why didn't I do this? Whatever, it's fine. Deathwing has leveled up. I like health. Health is great. Remains, capture. No. There is only war. You have a number of cities, Kalecgos. Wow. There is no mercy. Honestly, I could just ignore these. I don't need to open them every time. We'll just right-click it and auto-deny. Cool. So now, there is only Blinty Boy. We are right with the Chamber of the Heart. Blint himself is right here. I see this going pretty bloody well. Wow, the turns got a lot shorter. And Blinty Boy did not move out. So, Incite Rebellion, Conqueror's Edict, Dragon Attack. It sure is nice having all these things. I kind of want to go Terramancy just for the other siege projects. You know? Hey. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. Hello. And who might you be? Someone I'm at war with, no doubt. Well, if they attack me, they attack me. There is no mercy. An alliance between Blint and Garrosh. And there's a free city. So be it. Alright, well, that was the fastest turn I think I've had ever. Cool. I made a bit of a boo-boo. Apparently, Blackhorn got a little far away. Well, surely a 2v3 will be more balanced in Blint's favor, right? Oh, how is this going to work? Oh, yeah. Good. Whenever you're facing someone who's doing a lot of mind control stuff, going for the Celestial Transformation is a pretty good way to stop that from happening. But this isn't Celestial, this is Geomancy. Alright. Well, Blint, if you want to come at me. I guess this saves me a lot of time. Because... Why does this save me time? This saves me quite a lot of time because I'm just going to kill him here, walk right into the city, blow it up, and we're going to move on with our lives. Here comes the Incite, I think. We'll see. Maybe? Possibly? No? Wow. Alright. There's the Incite. I see it now. Did they nerf it? I thought it happened like almost right away. Anywho. Not important. Hey, we healed for 20 health. I don't know how many people were missing it, but I shall smite thee. Wow, that didn't do much. And then we have a paladin over here, who's going to come over here and smite this thing. Blint, your damage sucks. Alright, well. Surely this will never be punished. Surely. We don't have a great angle for the obsidian. Not great if I freeze Deathwing, which seems unlikely, but it is probable. Possible. Not about probable, but definitely possible. You demolish it, right? You don't. Why don't you have Demolisher? Oh, Mythic unit, right? I'm sorry. Have these walls survived 3 attacks? Here we go. Jeez. Wonder if it was better to chill. That's fine. I wanted the Templar to come over here and buff me. Buff my dragons. Cool. Alright, Blint, this is your only turn to not die a horrible and painful death. It only gets worse from here. That was a nice attack. I suppose I could use the Armory of Wonders on all of the playthroughs, but the one I had envisioned for it is Ikit. Because the problem with Ikit Claw is a master inventor. So his choice of weapons involves his inventions. And his most popular one is the Storm Demon, which is like a hand cannon that he replaced his own hand with. So I could make him a ranger, and that was my first thought. To be like, yeah, I have a... I'm not even sure what weapon we would use. Because I believe he has like a spear and then the storm cannon. Storm demon, rather. So I figured maybe the best way to represent that would be through the Armory of Wonders. And we could use like a staff and a sword or something. Because the Storm Demon doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots warp lightning. Other than that, I could just give him a mage lock and be like, haha. We could do that, I suppose. Demonic is only for 1 turn, right? I think so. Three turns. Cool. Shall we fan the flames then? Oh, 20 unblockable damage. Alright, well. Really? Deathwing, why is your damage so low? What seems to be the problem? I don't know. Hello. Now can I come kill you all? Do our dash thing. Death. It is resisted. Oh, bonk. 1 shot, 1 kill. Oh, also, I know there was some debate about, like, what the max DPS build would be. And apparently, it's been figured out. Shocker. But it involves the... It involves the Oathsworn, as I mentioned, they're pretty strong. Or the Architects. For pretty much the same reason, that they both have like built-in cultural scaling. And then you use Zealotry, which has been reworked again. Well, you know, has been reworked to do percentage-based damage. And you kind of just live long and prosper. Do you want to come over here? I don't think these guys need this dragon, but we can come over here. I resisted a whole bunch of stuff. What? You okay there, camera? We'll do retreat here to give this guy some HP. Also, this playthrough, the next one, will not be tied to the new tomes. We'll be exploring all of the tomes. I mean, you know, we used a lot of tomes in this playthrough too, but this playthrough, I had to include the 3 new tomes. The next one, I do not have that restriction. Some of them use them. Well, I don't use the Shifting Sands. But you know what I mean. Well, nothing died in range, which is unfortunate, so we're just going to do this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up Benedictus. No point losing him now. Defense mode of the dragon so he can hit Blints. The steadfast Blints. Move on. Anything else I want to say? When I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so the Raven Queen, I didn't want to glaze her too hard because I don't want to sway. I don't want to push the pole in any one direction. But of the 3 of them, that was the one that I have the most ideas for. Like, I have 3 different build paths in mind for the Raven Queen. Just because she has such... She has a really well-defined path, but there are a lot of ways that I could showcase her different domains. So I had a lot of fun coming up with some rough drafts for them. I had a surprisingly difficult time coming up with someone from, like, the Unseelie Court, though. Like, I thought that would be easy, but nope. Not at all. Wonder what that's about. Hey, Benedictus. You want to kill, buddy? Once the dragon attack stops. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. You do you. Boop, 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 boop. Also a great way, I think, to amplify damage. Oh, that's Sister Friendly Fire. In the Ascetics playthrough is gonna come down to signature skills. I think that's gonna be very important. Ooh. Pop. So I have some chaos planned. I have some order planned. I just have the good things in mind. Whee! Aw, I didn't kill anything. Goodbye. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. How long must this go on? Do I do this? Sure. Take from them everything. Give them nothing. Any other tricks over here? Oh. I have not been overly impressed with the magic fighters in this playthrough. TBH. It's not like I went all the way in on them, but I did try to use them. The enemy! That was a really chill fight. The enemy flees! It kind of reminds me in the Vlad playthrough how I did Vlad and his little waifu against the world to make things more interesting. That was a good time. That was a good time indeed. Oh, look at that! Now it pulls. What? He must have attacked Deathwing and pulled him in. Like, maybe Blint attacked Benedictus. Interesting. Well, that's fine. 11 turns before Oros wins the video game. Oh. Oh. Alright. I believe this is our way down. Indeed it is. And we are not going to push it. I'm just going to chill. Have a good time. It will get there when we get there. Look at this Chad. Are you suggesting that I can use the Bastions better than Blint could? I think that's what the game is suggesting. It would be really funny to bring one of his units against him. You know what? I'm going to do it. Yeah. I will. Hello! Are you guys still in an alliance? No, you're at war. That is so cheeky. He used the teleporter. But wait, is this him? No, this is Oros. So he... Oh, no, it's Oros. Okay, I thought that Blint used the teleporter before turning on Oros, which is very cheeky and very clever. But, no. I don't really want to be here, I gotta be honest. I can go the long way. Oh, hello. Goodbye. This is Garrosh, who has a bunny. Huh. Alright. Sure. Whatever. The Volpera joined the Horde, didn't they? Okie dokie. I guess we could go for the Crimson Courts. It doesn't really matter what I do now, let's be honest.
Blood carries greater power than mortals may think. Does the blood of the Archons not carry their essence? Do we not use blood as payment for our magic? Blood is where the soul resides. And so we drink to fill the void within. For the gift of the old blood demands souls to sacrifice. And we have long spent our own.
We'll grab Mantle of the Blood Noble. We have a lot of higher tier units. But we also have a decent amount of lower tier units, so it kind of all works out. We'll grab Chaos Empowerments. Or Benedictus, who's doing well. Our buddy old pal. Our current horde is providing us 523 gold. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Blackhorn. Of course, we're going to go for more melee damage. Alright. This will be our fourth summon. We'll put it down here, I guess. We'll give it to Tim. Tim! Good luck, Tim. Why? Goodbye, puppy. What are the chances of that? Isn't it a 50-50? For those curious, from the Summon Flame Incarnate, I'm trying to get the Herald of War. I thought you could get it from this. We have captured somebody. Great. Oh, hey, our essences all popped. So we have 1 turn. I don't think we're going to move, though. I got to be honest, team. I don't think I care. I wonder why my domain's in such questionable shape. As far as morale is concerned. Good old essence remains. A trade proposal. My domain has been invaded. The irate Pilarian. You have brought ruin upon yourselves. Because I don't care about you at all. I suppose we can start heading over here with Rag. Where the heck is this? This? Because I have to diggy dig. I mean, we can just diggy dig and what? It's fine. Wow, the turns are a lot faster now, which I appreciate. Alrighty. The final Battle of Blint. We'll leave behind a Strider. The Striders are good, but we're not a pure, we're not an Archer build, so we don't have to bring them with us. They're not like a key part of our build or anything. Oros lost their binding. Wow, somebody was not happy about that. We're heading over here to the beacons. Just, you know, just screw with the enemy. One of my favorite activities. Ragnaros. Go for the kill. Essence of food, essence of gold. So this is going to be our final essence tally. We have 51 nodes, giving us 60 food, 120 production, 190 gold, and 140 mana. And we have 10 magical materials, granting us all of that stuff. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Seems pretty good. I'm also freaking rich. Apparently, Chosen Destroyers is just the GOAT. It's one of those things that starts off really slow, but then, once you get it, you got it. I think Blint is going to make me wait. He's going to make me wait the full duration as he stacks heroes in the city. Odo says, rebound her Golden Wonder, his Golden Wonder. And, sorry, Legend Exalted 2. It should be a sin to dismantle this unit. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Alright, so we can get to the beacon next turn. Which is good. Mantle of the Blood Noble is in. Show me. I don't care about the tiers. I don't believe that the battlefield enchantments are affected by any of our lenses or whatnot, so I don't really care for it. I just want... Is the game really not going to show it to me? It's not. Am I going to continuously shuffle for something that doesn't matter but is fun to build? Nope. Not anymore. We'll take it. It wants to give it to me, we'll take it. Sharia the Anointer. You were here to hold the base. So it doesn't just give it to me. Blint has returned. We've gotten trade proposals. This is unacceptable. Illegal. We're making good use of the walls, though. Leveling up the stack. Look at him go. I'm not sure why he has a percentage increase. More invaders? Don't care. What is happening? Goats! Ah, the Draenei. The Draenei want to brawl. Oh, there's a lot of them. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to fight this myself. Who was the custom hero I made for this? Oh, I remember. I lost a dragon. I meant to just accept that. It's fine. We'll fight her out. I could even just auto this. Oh, I was condemned. But I was going to say, I could just auto fight from here. That is something that can be done. There you go. Oh, hey, there's actually stuff for me to eat. Of course, none of my wounded units are the kind that eat plants, but it's okay. We'll have one good fight with the Draenei. At least. At least I hope it's a good fight. To be determined. We'll see. I know what button I'm going to press, though. Careless? Oh, yeah. That's a thing. Look at the little elephant. Okay, the shrines could be a little scary. You think you know what button I'm going to press? I don't think you do. Because it's time for the avatar of chaos. Chaos. Hey. Cool. Pretty perfect positioning, if you ask me. Oh no, I got hurt. Because we didn't do our buff, we're going to have to do that. This is a bit of an order lull situation. I need to hit this guy to interrupt the thing. I think we're going, well... A lot of friendly fire. Wow. Positioning on this sucks. These things have control loss immunity, so if we stand here, I can do this once. Perfect. I love earth magic. It brings me joy. So if I can kill this one, I think the Balor can get in and... Of course. Do we pivot? Sorry for the cuts. The dog needed attention. Do I go... Just write it down. It nobody got time for anything else. No, I forgot. I will admit, it is a little sad that the fire dragons aren't, like, immune to burning. But I get why. As an old school enjoyer of the World of Warcraft, I get why. Back in my day, fire mages were useless. Well, not useless, but they were significantly weaker. Until later. I remember how it worked, because it was kind of silly. But basically, for the first raid of Molten Core, where Ragnaros was, they couldn't do damage. Because everything, mostly everything, was immune to fire. So the only real viable build was ice magic. Which, you know, that's a lot of friendly fire, but whatever. Works well enough. Maybe I can make him insane? Nope. Which, you know, works well enough. It was a pretty Ice magic's pretty strong in classic WoW. I think it's okay in modern WoW. Don't quote me though. I have no idea. But it became much more powerful later because I think it was Ignite, which is when you crit, you'd get this debuff that would deal damage based on how much the crit was, but it could like keep stacking. And so if you tried to min-max it, which of course many did, you would just, you get your highest, most bestest geared fire mage to open up with a fat crit, and then every other fire mage could build into the ignite. Like their damage would stack with his first ignite. And yeah. Well, thanks for going after the doggo, I guess. Better than the dragon. So yeah, fire mages became meta, but they were certainly not for a long time. And in PvP, they were pretty questionable. Until BC, I think it took till BC, when they could get both Pyroblast and Palm. What does Palm stand for? Power of Mind. Once they could go far enough down both trees, they could insta-cast Pyroblast with the Arcane Powers bonus, and it was disgusting. I know because I played that build. It did have a not-so-obvious weakness, though, where if you didn't kill the enemy with the Palm Pyro and, like, Palm Pyro Fire Blast or something, it became very difficult to kill them. Like, you kind of had to open up and bring them down right away. And if you couldn't do that, you were in a touch of trouble. Death! It is the inescapable end that awaits all mortals. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to save mana or anything. I have infinite mana. I have all the mana. I am the mana. Also, this is a bloody summon. Oh. So it really doesn't matter. Are we immune to the effects of... No. I didn't think so. Are you the strength is power guy? Oh, you are. My bad. My bad, bud. I should show you a little more respect. Just a little bit, though. It's kind of all... It's not as bad of a problem. I like how I'm ranting in all sorts of directions. Where am I going to go next? You never know. But Mythics have had the problem for a long time of not scaling with your cultural units because they don't get enchantments. Now they get a couple of enchantments. And of course they've added a couple of mythic enchantments. Bring you back for a second. Maybe I'm supposed to heal my character here, though. Like, now the cultural units get applied to mythics, which has a variety of success. That's very powerful for some, like the Oathsworn. I think it'll be exceptional for. And just kind of whatever for others. This way. Boop. And even with Ascetic Transformation, you can cast the cultural buff. Transformation. So your non-cultural units will get your cultural buff. But that's the only one you can have. Which makes sense to me. There you go. Alright, Tim. Tim. I think we are good to end the turn. The shrines are going to explode, but what's Amanda do? And I think I'm going God King. I have a few funny ideas for God King, because there are a few unexpected problems. Like, for example, the shrines. The shrines are exceptional for any order build. However, if you can't put Zeal or Faithful on your cultural units because you're aesthetic, then surprise, the shrines all of a sudden do nothing. So, I'm going to come up with something clever for that. And I have a few ideas. Like, one of them is that the shrines themselves, and some units, come with the Zeal or Faithful built into them. So I think that'll be a big... unfortunately, I can't reach you. That'll be nice. That's one trick I have planned. Another is... someone kind of opened my eyes to something I had been missing, which was in signature skills. The Order Initiate unlocks Zeal for the heroes, which gives them that percentage-based scaling against condemned units. That's going to be a huge power boon for any hero that can get that. It'd be great for us as well in this playthrough, but not really relevant. That's one way we can kind of cheese it. There's also a skill in the Tome of Cleansing Flame. There are so many freaking units here. Oh, they're not attacking me. Interesting. There's a skill in the Tome of Cleansing Flame that makes one unit temporarily. So you have chosen a death. Alright. Here we go. That will make a unit temporarily Zeal. Is it worth casting a whole freaking spell for that? No. Maybe if you have a Wizard King. But, you know, Let Me Solo Her is not a Wizard King. He would be a champion, of course. A champion of the people. This was the biggest question mark, though, is would Elden Ring players be considered Oathsworn? I suppose you could make that argument. Yeah, no, that's... I can see it. I haven't heard... I don't know too much about Elden Ring lore. I know a little bit, but... I think the player, the Tarnished, can be considered a good guy, right? I mean, unless you do the Poop Eater playthrough, but I mean... Then you have bigger problems with yourself, I think. The Dung Eater, excuse me. We all know what I did, right? It's been so long. But I still, in my heart of hearts, I still love my queen. It's a great ending. I totally remember her name. In my heart of hearts, I love my queen, whose name I can't remember. Where's the Naaru? It'll come to me. I think, actually. Actually, I don't know. Renata? It's not Renata. That's a League of Legends character. Why can I not think of her name? Hello? Ren... Rek? Not Rek'Sai. Another League of Legends character. Rennie? Ren... This is bugging me. Hold on. Ronnie the Witch. Rennie was surprisingly close. Ronnie and the Age of Stars. That's what I was thinking of. She's the goat. There was also the Lord of the Frenzy Flame, which I guess is technically not a good guy ending. There are more than I thought there were. There were 6 in total. Go here and bolster your friends, please. We're defense masters, so we always enter defense mode with Blackhorn the goats. I can't believe I got Ronnie. She's such a great character. I was also happy to get married to Ronnie. It birthed so many funny memes between Ronnie and your Firekeeper lady, whose names I've also forgotten. It's been that long, huh? Just like complete memory gap. Whatever, her name starts with an M. I kind of wanted to learn more about her, though, because she doesn't appear at all in the DLC. And if you go for the Lord of Frenzied Flame and, like, not sacrifice her to the fire, she gets all, like, super giga pissed. And in the ending cutscene, it shows her coming to hunt you down. I just thought they would do more with her, but it's FromSoft. I mean, what, do you think they're going to tell a complete and coherent story? They're going to tell the story they want to tell. Sure, whatever. Nice. Oh, wow, that shattered their morale. Oh, I could have tried for the kill and then moved up and the Inferno. Very nice, very nice. Is everyone just freaking steadfast? The answer to that's yes. What? Can't move. Whee! That is the most value I think I've ever seen that skill get. The enemy flees, but there is nowhere left to run. Wait. Where'd you come from? Did they... the gate! Oh, I should have let them run. I thought the gate would be broken immediately. It has to be a bug, right? Well. One more turn to wait. What's the worst that could happen? What? The critical Nildor Lurker of Nolmark stands before you defiantly. If you want a war with me, get in line. Alright, Tim. I'm giving you another toy. Show me the Herald of War. Show me the Herald of War. Yes! I have no synergies for this guy, but I wanted to see him anyway. This is the Herald of War. Previously, unrecruitable. Unless you did, like, the polymorph cheese. There was also a mod that let you summon him through the Tome of Chaos channeling, but that mod's now very outdated. So he has the Flurry of Swords, 2x line attack, the Molten Whirlwind, cool, 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 the Molten Fury, which is something he does. Tireless Executioner, so he has infinite retaliations. How do you get this Molten Fury? But he is a construct and an elemental, really. Oh, he's not a construct, he's an elemental. Magic Origin. So if you're doing a Magic Origin or elemental build, you could make these guys pretty crunk. The problem is it seems very unreliable to get them. Is my hero here? He is not. I worked so hard to get this Herald of War. I feel like I should use it. But on the other hand, you know, I feel like I'm going to be disappointed. That is the Baylor I don't want to lose. All right. Show me what you've got. So I'd like the record to show. I could have just had Tim and Ragnaros do nothing. We can triple speed this one. And just, you know, run everything down with Deathwing. I could have done that. That was entirely possible. But I have elected to have some fun here at the end. Have our brave champions go out and do stuff and things. Let the record show. I don't really know why, I just... Woo! I guess I just didn't want it to end, you know? This could have been like a 30-minute episode if I really wanted it to be. But... no. Where's the fun in that? What do you mean a YouTube-friendly episode? Fabe would never do that. I mentioned the high culture rework earlier. We know nothing about it. We don't even know if that's confirmed for the next one. But I think it is, since I'm pretty sure... I'm sure Future Fabe will fact-check me. My previous statement. He might not add anything here. It'll just get lost in the noise. But, I'm pretty sure they're the final base game culture that needs to be reworked. And I wonder what they're going to do. I wonder where I'm putting Deathwing, too. Hello. I wouldn't say it was great to spawn here like this. Because I don't get any shock bonus, but I'm in, you know? Of course you're steadfast. Why would you not be steadfast? That's what that attack looks like. It's not, oh boy, that's not impressive. I think we can bring you out here. And then you get this. Yeah. Boom. I've been asked in the past why I used that so willy-nilly. And, you know, the answer is only just because it's a huge debuff. It's not just an AoE damage you can use to farm a kill, which you can 100%. It is a significant debuff to the squad. This is probably more value. If I had to guess. $69. Remember, we have a Desert Stalker, or whatever it's called. So we enjoy being in the desert here. Which is, of course, the complete and total opposite of reality. I hate the heat. It is currently at 3 a.m. It is 61 degrees outside. Fahrenheit, of course. I have no idea what that is in Celsius. And it is too hot. This shouldn't be allowed. Don't like it. The war will be fine. Hello! Hello! How'd you get an Infernal Juggernaut? These are the questions. Missed, okay. 90% we grazed. I hope the Baylor didn't die. He got Wrath of the Faithful. Which again is another thing you have to consider with the Aesthetic transformation. That's just not going to work. At least not well. Wrath of Faithful actually is a disgusting amount of damage if you're like all in on the Faithful train. Oh, I lose this War Golem. Maybe. So, oh, we haven't seen. Wait, we haven't seen Oros' champion either. It's very predictable who I made it. Like, you won't be surprised. You won't be surprised at all. Boop. Boop. Double kill. Hey, look, a random buff. Thank you. I have to go for it. Oh, they have... Punished. Oh. Whatever. They have Steadfast, so... You know, no amount of killing is going to get that done. Alright. Oh. Oh. Well. Should have done this first, actually. It's fine. Okay, now we need to start focusing our attention over here to assists and however I see fit. It's a lot of damage if we can connect, which we kind of did. Yeah, no, sure. Okay, let's not kill the War Golem here, shall we? Considering it. I'm considering what it will take to keep this thing alive. Ooh. Hello. Whee! Laser beams! I like how I moved it and it's still just in the way. Okay, that's better. Good. No more shrine. Good. I think we got it. What's left? An unkillable hero. Story of my life. This is not too friendly fire, which is nice. Kind of suck if it did, because it's so difficult to get this unit. I made it doing a respectable amount of damage. Nice backfire. Bitch. Of course. Why is everything just slippery? Or rather, slip away. Alright. Good job. GG. We did it. I don't know why all that remains is an Infernal Juggernaut, but... So yeah, that's the Herald of War. Again, I don't know if it is now reliable enough to get to really plan builds around it. But if you were planning builds around it, you can get all of the fun elemental things like natural regeneration and rebirth or whatever. From the Tome of the... There's the Crimson Court. Tome of the Creator. Tim! Have some more health, buddy. Captured, collected, Blint has withdrawn, captured, collected, captured, collected. Trade! Cool. I mean, I don't care about this. Bragg is vibing. He's earned a long rest. Wouldn't you say? I would say. Guess we'll get this going. Why not? Well, hot diggity dog. Hey, look, it's Oros. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight this myself, I think. Curious what the AI does with this, though. I don't think it's gonna do well. Oros has actually done a very good job of holding. Oh, this is so funny. Yeah, wins losing a bunch of units. Okay. Oh, poor Oros. I actually feel a little bad for him. Not too bad, just a little bad. The next Cataclysm is spawning on top of his beacon. So through absolutely no fault of his own. Hey look, I'm getting value out of my society train. Absolutely no value, fault of his own. Oros is gonna lose that. Kinda sucks. Is this the damage one or the Healy one? The damage one. Yay, we're eating plants. Look at me. Using my society. Right. You know, there are some words that I just, like, can't say normal anymore. If I don't think about it hard enough. That's one of them. Thanks, Palpatine. I think freaking precog. Ah! I want to just run it down with Deathwing. Okay, hear me out. The correct call is to summon Deathwing. Pivot over... Okay, sure, we'll do the right thing. It's to summon Deathwing, like, over here. We're going to pivot to the right here, and then next turn we'll do the big boo, 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 boo. You know? Maybe you don't know, but... If you know, you know. You know? Just a little bit of commanding here. Okay. You know what? We'll actually bring in Tim, too. He's in a great spot next turn for things. We can go for an Insanity, I guess. A lot of these have control loss immunity. I didn't think he did. Can't really heal anything. Wee, you're so fat! Well, tall. Okay. Not you. We can do a command retreat next turn as well. Oh, and the... This won't need the command retreat, honestly. The Raven Queen playthrough will be with an Eldritch Sovereign. Because the Raven Queen... I'm pretty sure the Raven Queen doesn't have, like, an actual body. She's like a collection of memories and divinity. So, whenever the Raven Queen appears, it's either with ravens... Get it? There's a theme going on here. Or it's with... by Wargolem. It's like an avatar or cryptic messages or something. So, I figured the best way to represent that is with an Eldritch Sovereign. And we'll just go... Well, I have to be an Elementalist. I can do water stuff. The Domain of Winter. Just pretend that's what that is. I haven't done a pure DPS Eldritch Sovereign in so long. But I think it's been... since the Blint playthrough, hasn't it? My very first sponsored video. I think it was the last one. That sounds right. That's a lot of precognition back there. Alrighty, here we go. Hey, healing. Nice. Okay. Oh. Pop that. Let's get a retreat command on something. Or not. Damage command. You have a precog. Bop, ba, da, bop, 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 bop. It's annoying. Pop it! These are dogs. Things I do to get rid of precognition. Okay. Wasn't quite the way I envisioned that going. Death? It is the inescapable end. Okay, we'll do a little bit of this. A little bit of that. This should kill. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I should have done this first. Because I would have gotten a reset on this. You are a tanky boy. Admittedly, I don't really want the Herald of War just sitting here fighting this one thing, but I mean... It's not a bad thing for it to fight. Did we heal Deathwing? It's just a summon. It's just a summon, bruh. I summon, though. You know? Why are you tanky? Why I gotta go and make things so complicated? Better wow wow wow. This is why Chaos is crunk, by the way. Just an absolute masterclass of destruction. So I'm called the Destroyer, honestly. I think we're ignoring the left side. We're going to let it come to us. We have enough problems. Boo. Cleansing Flame is actually a great way to counter this, though. In case you were curious. Because we're immune to fire, right? We don't care that everything's on fire. In fact, we prefer it this way. But if you were able to turn it all into Cleansing Flame, well, then all of a sudden, you are immune to fire. Because it's cleansing you instead of burning you. Rude. Wait, I'm sorry. Did that just say Paladin? Did Oros go Paladin Battle Saint? Huh. I'm gonna check his skills real quick. Holy shit bag? That wasn't Magic Origin Slayer, that was just... I got hit really hard. Why is there a zombie? The Naaru don't do zombies. I mean, The Naaru don't do zombies, but there are the light zombies now, which are a thing. Oh, so you went Saint's Fervor? I wish I could see her talent tree. Warding Bonds? Okay, Deathwing, you have a lot to do. Blocked by precog. We're gonna bring Deathwing over here to be a beautiful distraction. Oh, you're steadfast. Okay. Damn. What's the range on this? Not enough, I don't think. It is 3. I could move into retreat, but then I can't get back here, and I think it's more important I get back here first. Oh. Future Fabe's gonna have to show off both, of the unique champions. I kind of like just making one champion for everybody. Because when I go 2 into it, it's like, it's such a pain in the ass. I might make more this time, though, just because I can actually type. Because I, you know, can actually use my left arm now. Which is nice. Okay, this should kill this thing. Herald of War isn't impressive, but it's fun. Isn't that what we're really here for? It would be impressive if it had natural regeneration and come back to life thingies. But again, we're not really building into that. Okay, we are pivoting. We need to heal this dragon. We're gonna pull this dragon out of the way. Little bits. We're gonna shoot you down as best we can. Precog. I could have breathed here to be in defense mode, but it's fine. Okay, momentum, get in defense mode. Fly in here, defense mode. Did I miss? Nope. Good. There you go. Cool. Or there's not much you can do either. Alright, Toros. I will admit, you're doing okay. Can't fan the Inferno. I think we will heal you. Nice. When we go Pure Dragon, well, for our Pure Dragons, which are not this, Youth of Rejuvenation heals them quite a lot. How did you move? What? Oh, it was probably a backfire. Because of the new From Evolved's tag. Oh, that hurt quite a lot. Oh, I hate that stupid thing. Oracle's hit very hard. We might lose this champion. Nope, still alive. The Dome is really strong. It's a great support skill. I knew Oros would have a hard time because I made him a Battle Saint. But, you know, it is what it is. This champion has 221 HP. Holy crap. Hello. That's not who I thought I had, but I'll take it. Where's Deathwing? Oh. Thought you had already triggered your steadfasts. Do you get 2 steadfasts for some reason? Okay, we do have a heal. Bring you back. Safety. And get you into danger. No, you're not dead. You have the paladin. Oh my goodness. She has the thorns, the spirit thorns. Do you have a heal? You do not. Ah, it went off again. I'm gonna kill my own units. Alright. Well, Oros, it was, interesting. We'll say interesting. That's what we'll go with. I feel like Battle Scene is such a weird class. I think that it has a problem. Are you steadfast again? What? Oh, the Domain of Mayhem. I think it has a very clear problem. In that it's trying to be all of the archetypes at once. You know? Like, it's trying to represent paladins. It's trying to represent priests. It's trying to represent some in-between. Which is cool. But also kind of freaking impossible. So until you get down to that really well-defined state, like down the paladin tree or down the cleric tree, you're kind of stuck doing nothing. You feel like a glorified minion. I'm not hitting you again. That is only doubly and triply true for the AI that does things sometimes. We're gonna heal nothing. You. How many steadfast did Odos get, by the way? 3? Fair and balanced. Alright, Odos burned away. Just like the real Oros that was shattered into 1,000 pieces. Inside the throne of the Naaru. By the way. I mean, I will admit, Oros is fighting hard for his victory condition. I respect that. But this is just a guaranteed loss. How unlucky do you have to be for the Cataclysm to hit exactly where your beacon is? Quite unlucky, I would think. 3 turns. Okay. Oh, there's a sanctuary here. It's fine, I'll raise the sanctuary too. I should have attacked this, but it's whatever. While we're standing on this, the countdown is paused. Mantle the Blood Noble will give our tier 3, our tier 4, and our tier 5 units coagulate. So when they get hit, they gain bonus defense resistance. And this sort of combat for each friendly non-summoned tier 1 and tier 2 unit, they gain 5 health and increased healing this combat. Odos is withdrawn. We have already fought tooth and nail for this victory, so we're just going to take the Chamber of the Heart. Honestly, it should have opened up last time we attacked, or when Blint attacked me, but it is what it is. It didn't. You have crumbled the last defenses of Blint, the underhost of Azeroth, and cast him into the astral void, banishing him from this realm. Whatever schemes Blint the underhost had in the works, none of them shall come to fruition. The last of his misguided troops flee to hide in the hills and woods. His deep watchers, their spirits crushed by their false idol's yoke, now find themselves at your mercy. O glorious shattered aspect. Whatever the future holds, Blint is a thorn in your side no more. For now, how will you commemorate this extraordinary victory? By leaving. Cool. Blint has been defeated. Oros is withdrawn, captured, collected, captured. Trade, there is no mercy. There is only death. We should get a dragon for a real dragon for Tim. He's having such a hard time over here, you know? Tim, you're gonna have a hard time here, buddy. What if I let Tim die? Thoughts? Tim didn't die, the Baylord died. And that's kind of like Tim dying. That was the special Baylord. But it's fine. I don't care. I'm done caring. We're past caring. Now we're just going to delete the sanctuary. I actually, you know what? I don't know if the Cataclysm... Sure, this is good enough. There might be a hidden rule where the Cataclysm doesn't actually kill this. That might be a thing. I don't think it is, but it might be. Alright. Let us begin. Shall we? Connect the road here. Here we go. Your troops are making their way through the depths southeast of Maelstrom. They are surrounded by tall, massive walls once carved by ancient hands, now fissured with unsettling, vibrant cracks. What you see is our doom, a voice calls out. The figure sits upon a cluster of stones, gazing at the fissures. My name is Vandir the Fighter, sole survivor of the Errant Star tribe. My people bore a duty passed down through generations, to renew the seals so that the taint of the vile unmakers would not consume the realm. But now, the design of those seals has been lost, and I am fated to die seeking the source of this contamination in the hope of eradicating it. The eyes of Vandir the Fighter suddenly fall upon your troops. And yet, perhaps the winds have blessed me with your aid. Alright, so this is the final Cataclysmic event that we will be doing. The reason I have saved this for last is because this has a special Dragon Lord only event. Or, you know, option. So we're gonna do it. Tim? Where are you, Tim? Tim. We're just gonna stand on this and call the dragon. We'll get they are Alright. Good job. An infestation has invaded your domain. Oh no! Whatever shall we do? Holy shit, Oros is back. That did not take long. I gotta be honest, a big part of my brain is just like, let Tim die. We're done. We're gonna win. Tim did it by himself, though. Unbelievable. Should we watch? No. We're good. Tim, my goat. I am proud of you. Is this an... What is doing this? The dragon that I summoned died, but that's okay. That's alright. Random infestation unit came at me. That's fine. Alright. So. We have one turn. And then the beacons will be destroyed forever. I'll call another dragon, why not? Oros beacon have been extinguished. Oros has lost. Oh. I guess these were one of the... we distracted the AI long enough that the AI could kill them. The, I can never remember what they're called. The, what the fuck? Surely. Are you serious? I picked the one side I can't diggy dig from. Great. Is this a broken? Well, Tim, you want to leave? I don't really want you to die, Tim, you know? Oh, the Exodar's right here. I was wondering how Oros got back so quickly. I mean, there's a way out. Let's go, Tim. We're out of here. Do we need a new tome? Not really. I'm gonna say no. Tim! You've done well, Tim. I gotta be honest. You've done better than I expected you ever would. Oros has returned. Oros is dead. Indeed, he is. So a mild irritation that might happen now is that because Oros' victory condition's over, Garrosh has nothing else to do besides attack me. Maybe he'll attack Oros. Who knows? Okay, here we go. Diggy dig. There's a reason why it's designed like this, but it's annoying. Alright, I think we're just going to roam out here to the middle of the lava. And we'll focus on getting you guys back home. Maelstrom will not fall. Well, admittedly, I need to have some spots open. Okay. Cool. I also should probably build this. So the Crimson Court is going to give hit point generation to world map experience tier 3, 4, and 5. Wow. And the Crimson Court Magistrate, which gives us mana from Vassal. Mana from Vassal, and when migrating, pillaging, erasing. Cool. So yeah, this works really well for our culture, but I got it really late, so I really don't care. Good job, Tim. You could argue that I should get the, I should call a red young dragon for Deathwing, because this red dragon is a magical origin creature, which is not going to have a good time here at the end of all things. But what's the worst that could happen? I should probably kick him and the Bone Dragon out and have Blackhorn and Benedictus with me when we do the final fight. But I think it would be cool to have all dragons doing it. I think that'd be too iconic. And I'm all about being an icon, you know? Why am I like this? I don't know. Maybe that's what makes me so enjoyable. Surely you don't sit through 2-hour videos just because I'm playing a game, right? As you excavate the area, you uncover a disturbing scene. Collapsed buildings, half-disintegrated bones, fissures, and crystals that emit a frightening energy, which pull in your troops from the inside. These are ruins, says Vandir the Fighter. Ruins of the civilization that existed before the fracturing. Those who condemned this realm to be devoured by itself. In this city, as in many others, they sought to create something. They experimented with the very origin of magic, and through their arrogance, they tore the fabric of both magic and reality. Large shipments of crystallized mana lie scattered across the site, all pointing toward the source of contamination. Okay. You can guess where we're trying to go. And I screwed up. Gotta go that way. Okay. Tim, make it home safe, bud. They'll never find me here. They'll never catch me! Oh, hey. After clearing away the rubble and soil, you uncover a fractured infestation. Humanoids, or what remains of them, wander through the area. Their twisted bodies radiate the same energy as the cracks in the ground. Misshapen abominations. If you linger too long near a fracture, you'll end up like them, whispers Vandir the Fighter. That is why our people are cursed to wander forever, because of the arrogance of the Unmakers. The air quivers around the fractured humanoids. Their very presence warps the fabric of magic itself. Suddenly, they turn towards you, drawn by magic. I think this is the end. I believe. Hello. Goodbye. There's a city here as well. If you ever wanted to settle here. I don't know why you would, but if you did, you could. Benedictus is level 16, a paragon of chaos. I didn't realize, I probably should have. These give different and very powerful bonuses. I think I realized it, but I just never put it together. So for Paragon of Chaos, while Army Leader, all non-hero units in the army gain haste and strength of sort of combat, which is nice. Not too shabby. Controlled chaos, doing strikes. Boop, boop, boop. It is time for the final turn. Oh, we're not there yet. You excavate the next area. The further you go, the more mana crystals surround you. Dim, contaminated, lifeless. The tainted fissures begin to converge toward their source. The energy emanating from them is so intense that you can feel it trying to pull something out from within you. Your troops feel it too. Their magic wanes quickly. Their enchantments require constant renewal. The energy is draining your mana. How can an energy drain? Whatever experiments the Unmakers conducted, they did it here. The source of the contamination is close. You can sense it just beyond the next layer of earth. What were they trying to create with so much mana? Okay, so I do have to fight something. Which is fine. This should be just rolled over. Pretty quickly. Pretty quick, right? Indeed-a-do. And now, for realsies, the final turn. Hey look, Ardos built a beacon again. Wow. And Deathwing has leveled up. What should his final level be? Probably just defense. Or 15 more hit points. I'll take that. That's why the warrior tree is goated. Aside from the fact that, carry momentum is here, which is fantastic in OP, this is just like raw stats. It's so good. Fantastic. As you excavate the final area, the fractured tower rises before you. Mana crystals pierce its frame, contaminated by the negative energy. A lifeless hand protrudes from the rubble, clutching a journal as the final proof of its existence. Reading through it, you find a passage. More fractures are appearing, but the experiments are promising. We may create an infinite source of energy. a tear from the well. We are so close. We just need to isolate and condense mana into its purest form. We must hurry to be the first. Rumors say the experiment has already succeeded in another realm. It seems the Unmakers were trying to replicate the Well of Creation. But what went wrong? Press on to the tower. If there are answers, it lies there. And I am going to bring all the dragons in. We're all exalted. We have some chonky boys. Hopefully there's no one-tapping our magic origins, but there's nothing I can do about it if there is. So, we're going in. I'm taking the Ring of Vampirism. Because I have no healer. And we're going to do it. Is there something here that'll help me? We did pop right at the Dreadnoughts. Nope. Okay. Here we go. The fractured tower swallows energy from the surroundings, feeding something at its core. The pull is so strong that your troops are being depleted of mana. Deathwing, the World Breaker, crosses the threshold of the structure, lifting his gaze to the heart of the tower. He sees it, a miniature well of creation. The Tear of the Well. Starved for ages stands a fractured dragon, a majestic creature that once bore a name of its own, now driven mad by the devouring energy. The mages who were trapped within rise beside it, the remnants of the Unmakers. It seems that some dragons aided the Unmakers to create the Tear of the Well, and that their carcasses roam this place. So we can just fight, we can send troops, gives them a little bit of damage, we can draw a bunch of mana to get resistance, or we can tap into the cracks, collapsing it on our characters. We'll do protection. I think that'll help us more. And the final fight. The only real threat here is the Breath. It has a chance to one-hit KO Magic Origin creatures. A 30% chance. And we have the Fire Dragon and the Bone Dragon, which are Magic Origin. So if we can just keep them kind of out of it, life will be good. I don't think running it down is advised. But, you know. Advised at Schmize. I do what I want. Our resistance came in handy, at least. Cool, that's the Breath. Oh, okay. He chose to breathe on a single target for the chance of the one-hit KO. I respect the Gambit. But now I'm going to Demonic Onslaught your face. So. Who wants to die first? Oh, I'm mana drained. I can't breathe with you. How about you? Deathwing can breathe. Of course Deathwing can breathe. It can take more than that to stop Deathwing from breathing on you. Not if anything to say about it. I have. One stun. I'll take one. Now you may say, Fabe, aren't you just buffing them? Kind of. But it'll be fine. A little bit of friendly fire never hurt nobody. Well, that is the one that's stunned. Alright, well. Fire. Cool. And then we got this well under control. Our dragons are too tanky. Like, they're just buckets of health. You know what's crazy? These are just these are Exalted 1, meaning they're basically just legendary with a little bit of extras. Just a touch more HP, not even a whole bunch. Imagine if we got them all the way. That would be spicy. I think we're going to fan the Inferno here. Probably could have done that first, but that's alright. That's pretty easy. Look, you're blinds. We're gonna go for the death. It is resisted. Oh, that was easy. So I guess the Dragon Lord unique thing is after this. For the results here. Well, let's find out. The Tear of the Well lies before Deathwing, the World Breaker, finally disconnected from the fractured tower, stopping the source of contamination. You see Vandir the Fighter pick up a journal from the ground. He reads, "A surge of negative magic from the astral sea has struck us. We believe an experiment went terribly wrong in another realm. The surge has triggered a chain reaction. The fractures are erupting, devouring everything in their path. We are trying to shut the experiment down, but it is too late. We must seal the city with ourselves inside. A few will escape, vowing to guard this place forever. They will be called the Errant Star." "My tribe? We are the descendants of the Unmakers," says Vandir, the Fighter, in shock. "My duty is not over, Deathwing. I shall always guard this place by your side." That's great. So the unique thing here is the try to engulf the essence of your fallen and contaminated comrade. This is a primal check. So level 8. We have a 100% chance because we're like 16 or something. If we succeed, we gain the anti-magic breath. Oh! And we lose all of our health. If we fail, we gain 2 stacks of primal exhaustion and go down to 1 HP. Sure, we'll engulf the essence of our fallen comrade. Okay, so Dragon Lords can get the anti-magic breath, which is pretty crunk. That's a very good breath. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Because as you claim the Tear of the Well, the other artifacts begin to crackle. Bolts of negative energy coil out from them, imbuing you with their power. The energy courses through you from head to toe. Your eyes blaze like beacons of hollow flame, and you feel your body drawing magic from the very air. For just an instant, you can feel it. A power so vast it could change the realm. A power that could defy existence itself. In that moment that seems to last forever, you must make a choice. What will you do with all this power? Will you embrace it or free this realm from its yoke? So you have a few choices here. That's a lot of stuff. We can cast off the energy, releasing the power, and safeguard the artifacts as their guardian. For the rest of the game, you'll become known as the Guardian of Hubris, unlocking the recruitment of all fractured units in all of your cities. They gain 3 extra ranks upon recruitment. We get a bunch of mana and a bunch of Imperium, and we become neutral with everybody, at least all the free cities. And we gain relations with all the other players, and this is meant to be like the... You are now the master of the artifacts, and you're going to take over the realm. Or we can redirect the energy to heal the fractures of the realm. As long as you hold at least 3 artifacts, you become known as the Mender of the Fractured Age. From now on, the domains of your empire can no longer be targeted by cataclysms. Does not work when a province is already targeted. At the beginning of your turn, the cataclysm meter progress and level will decrease, stabilizing the realm. When the cataclysm level reaches 0, the world will be cleansed of the fractured energy, destroying the cataclysm and the artifacts, and ceasing any unfinished fated regions. At the beginning of your turn, nomads will pilgrimage to your city, seeking to join the one who put an end to the fracture, increasing their population and city stability, and there are more events. This is the good guy, we're going to fix everything. And then there's our choice. Unleash the power of the fractures as their heralds. Embracing the power of the fractures will lead to an immediate cataclysmic victory. The entire realm trembles. You can feel a brutal disturbance ripple through the astral sea. You have finally gathered the Unmaker's artifacts and embraced their power. The devouring winds roar with fury. Their new master summons them, and they answer your call. Storms of negative energy begin to darken the skies. Fractures tear open everywhere. Before you, empires kneel amid the remnants of a world consumed by your ambition. All the magic of the realm now courses through your veins. Yet, it is not enough. Even greater power lies within your reach. Something deep within the astral sea calls out to you. With a mere gesture, you open a colossal fracture to cross it. You are the herald of the fracturing. Nothing and no one will stand in your way. GG. The Cataclysmic Victory as promised. Very Deathwingy. Wield the winds. I forgot that the pre-build doesn't have these achievements, so I'm glad I did this. The devouring winds have been harnessed by the artifacts of the Unmaker. Their power runs through your veins, hubris or not. You now wield the power of the Cataclysm. Alright. That was that. What do I think? I think Chosen Destroyers is still pretty crunk. It is a very, very strong trait. And it is extra super dangerous with the Nomads. Like, holy crap, I was never under danger. Ever. The big danger, of course, of the... Well, there are two. Of Chosen Destroyers is because you only have one city, your production, like, building your units, if you start losing a bunch back to back to back to back, your army can really dwindle down and not replace itself in time. You can really struggle with that. The other thing is because you are... First of all, Chosen Destroyer, nobody likes Chosen Destroyers, so everyone hates you. And your city is stuck in one spot. Imagine if we were here for the entire playthrough. Like, the moment I declared war on Therazane while I was up here, my capital would have been under threat. But because my capital just moves around with me, like, they'll never catch me. I don't know, I think this is an exceptionally powerful combination. As for the AI, we did have that one weird interaction with the bunny. With his city here, I was able to take it over as a throne city. That was very strange. I did report that to the devs. I'm not sure, you know, if it's fixable, but they know about it. For the rest of it, yeah, nothing too surprising, I don't think. Except for Oros going for Paladin, which is weird. But that's where we just hashtag battle same things. And Blint. Blinty boy. Blint. Blints. What was your problem? Look at him. He started super duper strong. He only had 2 cities. Huh, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, normally I'm not that mad about Blint being, you know, stuck under the thumb of the game, but he was like alone. I mean, he had this next to his city. I don't think that makes a difference though. But turn 14, Oros had 3 cities going. And Blint only had 2? Or not Oros, Kalecgos. Huh. I gave Blint a bonus, I'm pretty sure. Well, alright, anyway. What's done is done. GG team. Deathwing has proven worthy of ascension. Desecrator's pretty good. We should go Dragonheart. The Earth Shaker. Critical hits inflict stun. That's so funny. We could also go Shaper. It's more for like shaping units though, not really. I mean, we could go for that. You could argue that. I feel like Earthshaker is not really relevant for a dragon. We'll just go Dragonheart. That's fine. GG. Oh, I still got the points. Okay, I might... So I wasn't sure. Well, plus 11. I got to 9. So I got a couple. In order to theorycraft a little bit, I did pick up Transformation Aesthetics. Again, this is the choice for the Let Me Solo Her, which again is a meme pick, but if you want to see it, you know, it's all you. I don't know how we're going to make this work. I'll figure it out. But I picked these up, and so I only have 2 things left. I'm going to pick up just one, the Wind Banner. And we're going to hold on to the Mancatcher Staff to see if I can keep getting points for the next time this expands. So I don't have to cheese out, you know, so many for my next series of unlocks. But my friends, that was Deathwing, the Destroyer, the aspects of death. Let's take a quick peek at behind the scenes here to see what we missed. I'm gonna have to clear these out one day. Gotta be honest, I'm not that excited about it. So the hero for Garrosh was none other than Atrigue the Wise. He had a bit of a heartbreaking story during the Siege of Orgrimmar. Atrigue is an old orc warrior with vast experience, starting as a lieutenant of the original Horde under Orgrim Doomhammer, fighting the First and Second War, earning the friendship of Tyrion Fordring, and serving as an honor guard and advisor to Thrall in Azeroth's Horde. Now, at the behest of Thrall, he serves the young warchief Garrosh Hellscream. Having advised Hellscream during the war against the Lich King, he knows that Garrosh is driven by his pursuit of glory to the level of recklessness, but it may just take recklessness to keep the Horde alive in this sundered world. So in the Siege of Orgrimmar, pretty much everyone has turned against Garrosh at this point, and he just has his true Horde in like the Dark Shamans and whatever weird alliances he made at the time. But Atrigue is still there because he is loyal to the Warchief, and Garrosh was the legitimate Warchief even after everything he did. So you fought Atrigue a little bit, and you didn't quite kill him, but, you had to wound him. He's like, please, stop the Warchief. And yeah, it was a little heart-wrenching. Just a little bit, though. And then who was the other one we didn't see? Oros. Oros. Probably the fastest way to get to you is Eldritch Realms. I lied? Oh, we got there in the end. So Oros's character was Velen the Divine. He's purple. Look at him. It was so hard to make this. Velen has led the Draenei for a little over 13,000 years, as part of the Triumvirate in Argus, and as their prophet in Draenor, and now on Azeroth. Following the cleansing of the Sunwell, Velen spent most of his time in isolation, meditating in the light and pondering the great danger posed by the Legion. Unfortunately, the light did not share a vision of the Cataclysm with Velen. He was so concerned about the future that he had lost sight of the present until it was too late. Their new home has been rent asunder just as Draenor once was, but the Exodar is too damaged to flee again. Due to his blindness to Deathwing, he has stepped down from his role as leader of the Draenei and now follows the last of the Prime Naaru to defend his home. Velen's a really interesting character because he's kind of really cool and also kind of not. In that he did a lot of the right things, and he's a adherent, disciplined disciple of the light, and he does what's right for his people most of the time, but he could be very blind to certain things. I guess this is part of being 13,000 years old. Your journey. But anyway, my friends, that was the Deathwing campaign. I do hope that you enjoyed. Feel free to vote for the next one in the description or the pinned comment down below. That will be a Narina type campaign, any one of them, whichever one wins. So they'll have characters from all over the place that I can concoct and create. And of course, you can read more once Future Fabe has settled on the details. Thanks for watching. Thank you to patrons and the channel members support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.